They have 8 centers. What is this deal?
Thing I have for you. Obviously, everybody kind of wants to know what schools are recruiting her the hardest right
Oh
now.
man, a lot of school, every school you can think of, man. You know, she really wants to stay on the West Coast, but you never know. It's up to JuJu. You know, I don't know. To be continued.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Hey everybody, welcome to March 8th, 2022, aka International Women's Day. You know what that means? It's the one day a year where I decide to cover women's sports. Huh. This is the road to 2K subs. If you are new to the channel, I'm Rashad Milligan, and don't subscribe if you're expecting coverage on women's sports, because remember, it's only one time a day a year. It's only a one day a year time. It's only one. Now that I'm done with that, let's get out the window. Ha, Kyrie Irving, 50 points on 19 shots. But for real, let's get into it essentially. I have a lot of cool things that I want to talk about, including this. Okay. And what is this? This is the Dallas Wings roster. Now, why are we bringing up the Dallas Wings roster, you ask? Well, there was a trade in the WNBA today. We have acquired Tierra McCowan from the Indiana Fever. The Birmingham, Texas kid is coming home to the Lone Star State. Now, Tierra McCowan is the actual player in this deal. Everybody else, they're just draft picks. So that's what it is. I don't get this deal at all. The reason why I brought up the roster is because they have 8 centers. What is this deal? Dallas, what is this deal? Is it, they had the kids running laps after a game like it was middle school, right? In the middle of the season, right? They patch up, somehow find a way after trading Dana Evans. They found a way to make the playoffs. It's barely sneaked in. Thank you to the W for having 8 playoff teams in a 12-team league. But they found a way to sneak into the playoffs, and they had a pretty competitive playoff game before being eliminated. And I believe they were eliminated in the single elimination round against Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, that's what happened. And it was a pretty good game. Like Dallas choked and Chicago came back and won the game. It was something along those lines. It's been a while. I apologize. I only cover women's sports one day a year. So, but you have one. Let's count them, y'all. 2. Okay. 3. Okay. Now you have 4. Okay. And where's East? They have Isabel Harrison. They have her listed as a 4 here, and then the rights to AU to JaVale McGee's sister, Imani McGee Stafford. I believe they have been renounced recently, but that was 6 bigs, bro. 6 bigs, and you got Satu at the 4 already. And these are not only just any type of bigs. You're talking about Charlie Collar was the #1 pick, and Awak was the #2 pick last year. And now you have another, one of the league's best bigs. It's too crowded. I don't understand the move at all to get a center. I don't think if you look at Dallas, the one thing is like, you know what they need? A center. A promising young center, one of the best young centers in the league. That's what the Dallas Wings need. Dallas Wings need some experience. You look at these birth dates. Look at this, man. 1999, 1998, 97, 96, 2001, 94 is like the oldest. No, well, you have 92. Shout out to Kayla Thornton. But, but everybody else is like babies here, bro. This is a young team. The one thing this team needs is experience. That's the one thing they need. They have a bunch of young talent because they've been bad a lot of years, and they've traded off a lot of their great players over the years with Sky and Liz. So they had a bunch of draft picks. With a bunch of draft picks, you draft a bunch of good players. Alicia Gray was rookie of the year a couple of years ago. Ty Harris was one of the best players coming out of her draft. Izzy Harrison, she wasn't someone that they drafted, but she's a pretty good young player, had a great career so far. Gets hurt sometimes, yeah, but all in all, when she's available, she's a good player. #1 pick, #2 pick, like I just said. Marina had a pretty good season last year, kind of a breakout season, if you will. Arike, one of the best players in the game right now. Satu, one of the best young players in the game right now. So you know what I'm saying? So you're just looking at this roster and stuff. And Caleb Thornton, obviously, like I said, solid bet right there. And Chelsea Dungy, it's like what? a first round pick last year. She's like what, number 5, number 6 pick. It was like her and Dana Evans went back to back. Like the first thing they drafted were back to back centers, and they drafted back to back guards, and they traded one of the guards away, Dana Evans, and traded her for the Aussie that I did the reaction on that they cut immediately afterwards. And she was like, "Oh, I feel so bad because I'm 19 and I just got cut, and I don't like the W is like really messed up with their structure." I don't understand this move at all. I don't. I don't get it. They don't need a center, but hey, it is what it is. McCowan is like the tallest player in the league. By the way, free BG into his backwards. We did not forget free BG. But yeah, man, look at this, John. Indiana gets a couple of draft picks. Okay, so they trade out pretty much 2 draft picks again because they don't need to get younger. They need to get older. So I guess you can see it in that light. I guess you can see it in that light. They get someone who's played for a couple of years. She's not necessarily a vet, but she's played for a couple of years. You get her instead of having another 2 draft picks and just having 2, 3 draft. Like, they're the OKC of the W, you know what I'm saying? Or OKC is the Dallas Wings of the NBA. So it's International Women's Day, the one day that I cover women's sports. Anyways, and then they get Dallas's first round pick next year. So Dallas gets Chicago's first round pick next year. Next year by 2023. And it'll be interesting to see where Chicago like has a season this year. What type of season they have, because they're bringing it back. They're bringing back Vandersloot. They're bringing them back. Vanderquigs. That combination, that marriage. But they lost. They're pretty much probably going to lose Lexi Brown, who was on the bench. They lost Diamond Shields. They lost Chef Dolson. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just be interesting to see how they do next season. Candace Parker's another year older. Vanderquigs is another year older. It'll just be very interesting to see how they fare this year. I don't know if it's just a given that they'll be so good just because they're the defending champs. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything else. I believe that is all. That is my daily update on what happened today in women's basketball. I said daily, but I should say annual. That's my see you next March 8th. Take care of yourselves. This is the World of 2K subs. Until next time.